Knee blades. Many tasks require people to spend a long time in an uncomfortable position, more exactly on their knees. And maybe there's nothing to be done about it, but that doesn't mean that you have to put up with the pain and discomfort in your knees. The solution is knee blades. It consists of two elements. First, a standard kneecap attached to the body with a strap. Secondly, a three-wheel pad for the kneecap. When the device is securely fixed to the knees, it gives the user amazing mobility. You don't have to go down on your knees over and over again and then get up to strain your joints and spine. Instead, you can just push and roll over to the right place. Inside knee blades is a gel pad designed to help distribute body weight and reduce the pressure on the knee. A pair of knee blades will cost you $60. Thnks 3. Now let's talk about a more serious kind of protection. The gear that you see on the screen is a prototype of a special uniform for Russian soldiers. It'll be ready by 2025. The Thnks system is part of a project to improve combat efficiency and resilience. Thnks 3 is the third version of the so-called Soldier of the Future. Besides its unusual appearance, the gear has a number of structural advantages. For example, built-in mini-drones for better navigation on the ground. There's also an electronic module which analyzes the soldier's condition in real time. The system monitors pulse, breathing, blood pressure, and can make a signal if the user is injured. The module is also capable of determining the degree of injury. Information about the battlefield is displayed on the inside of the helmet. There are as many as 40 different elements responsible for safety, from the aiming system and small arms to individual armored protection. Also, the gear helps you move thanks to an active exoskeleton. Protective gloves. According to statistics, about 40% of reported work injuries occurred with our main working tool, our hands. And 70% of them could have been avoided if people had used protective gloves. Modern manufacturers are doing their best to bring the safety of workers and builders to a new level, and that's why more and more efficient and perfect models appear on the market every year. These are, for example, protective gloves from the American company Thnks. And although at first glance they don't seem different from any other gloves, there are actually some interesting protective technologies implemented here. The first is a multi-layer material known as super fabric. It's resistant to cuts and punctures, no matter whether it's needles, wood chips, or metal wires. The gloves prevent dangerous elements from getting to the skin. The second technology is called Thnks Mud Grip. The palm is coated with a special solution to ensure better grip. TPX is a material that doesn't absorb oil or liquids either. The IRX technology uses thermoplastic rubber in the glove. It protects the hands by absorbing and dissipating impact energy. Protective boots. However, not only your hands need to be protected. Some tasks put your feet at risk all the time as well. Danger awaits you literally every step of the way, both from above and below. Special protective boots will protect your feet. For example, these shoes made by the American company McCulloch. The brand mainly specializes in the development and distribution of chainsaws, so it's not surprising that they decided to produce shoes that can protect your feet from the blade of a chainsaw. The shoes are finished with a strong protective material. It consists of long threads, which, if touched by the saw, entangle in its chain and stop the mechanism. The toes are protected by an additional steel plate that keeps your fingers safe from impact too. In addition, the manufacturer made sure that the shoes are comfortable and lightweight. Material policial clothing. We live in a dangerous world, which means that even people skilled in combat are not 100% safe from getting injured. When you're facing a criminal who has a sharp object in their hands, you never know what might happen. Right now, you're seeing a professional fighter with years of experience getting staged injuries and disarming his opponent. That is why we all need to keep an eye on our own safety, especially since today it's much easier to do so than, say, 10 years ago. Take a look at the protective clothing offered by the Spanish company Material Policial. It is offered not only to Secret Service employees, but also to ordinary people. After all, almost all of us attend events from time to time where people can be aggressive. These items of clothing, like a t-shirt and underpants, are made of a special fabric. They're breathable, they don't absorb odors, but at the same time protects the body from cuts and punctures. Chainsaw chaps. An electric chainsaw is a dangerous tool that can nonetheless be found in 1 out of every 3 houses. That's why we'd like to focus on the protection measures when working with it. We've already talked about shoes that can protect you in case of an unpleasant accident. However, the fact is that when working with the saw, shoes alone are not enough. To feel safer, you should buy chainsaw chaps and wear them on top of your pants. A variety of companies produce these products, for example, the German brand Stihl. They work similarly to the boots we mentioned before. A special high modulus fiber is hidden inside. The fiber is strong enough to hold the chain and then stop the tool altogether. Note there's only a few moments pass from the moment the saw comes into contact with the chaps until it stops completely. And that's crucial, because it's quick enough to protect your body. It is worth noting that even such pads are not 100% guarantee that you won't have an accident. However, they can prevent serious injuries, which is a good thing. Ratnik. No, this is not a scene from an action movie about a guy that's so tough that he doesn't turn around when he hears an explosion. This is just an amazing bit of gear designed to protect the military and other Secret Service personnel being tested. Actually, it's the Russian Ratnik system again, although an earlier version than the one that we showed you before. As you can see, the gear allows the person to survive explosions and remain safe. However, it has other amazing properties. The special fabric protects the body from open fire for 30 seconds. Also, it keeps you safe from shrapnel from grenades and mines. The development of the protective equipment is carried out by several enterprises, including the Central Research Institute for Precision Machine Building.